God cannot work on something that you do not give God. You need to give God something for God to work with. And sometimes it is simple baby faith that you step out by faith and say, okay, God, I heard Pastor preach this. This is what they taught us in church. I'm stepping out by faith. And Lord, let's try this. And then you'll see God work. And that's how your faith increases. And you start that way, and then it increases. And then you see more greater miracles. And then you see greater miracles. And then one day you'll come to a church and say, last week I raised the dead. But that's how we increase. You know, some people, they want to start with raising the dead. That's not how it works. You have to start somewhere. So start with believing God for your headache to leave. Start with saying, I'm not supposed to carry this pain in my body. Get out of my system in Jesus' name. So you need to look at the pain in your body and say, no, you got the wrong address, pain. I don't know who gave you this address, but my body is not your garbage. So just get out in Jesus' name. And when the pain persists, you need to look and say, listen, I told you to leave. Why are you still here? Treat sickness as a stranger. Don't say, my pain, my sickness. No, you don't have a sickness, and the sickness is not yours. So you have to be careful of how you address it. It's not yours. Command it to leave. And refuse to make peace with your sickness. Refuse to be afraid of it. Refuse to glorify your pain. Don't walk around like as if you have been attacked. You are the greater person. You are the representation of God on earth. So when you carry yourself with that confidence, everything else has to obey. So when you're afraid, the winds and storms look bigger, but when you are in charge, you'll be like Jesus. Jesus, when the winds and waves come, what did Jesus do? He slept in the boat. It's the wind. That's what the wind does. That's what the wave does. Let it be. Jesus slept on the boat. We must be like our Jesus. Refuse to be affected by that because you know who you are. When you get emotionally affected by a problem, then you won't be able to take authority over that problem. When you're emotionally affected by a problem, you don't have faith anymore to take authority over that problem. When there is a certain issue that has happened and you're too emotionally attached, why is this happening to my baby? Why? You're so emotionally attached to that healing. Then it's very difficult for you to take faith and authority over that problem because there's too much fear. You have to stay disconnected with the problem with the understanding of, I know who I am. I am not affected by this. I don't need to cry over this. I don't need to have a broken heart over this because I know I'm coming out of this. Is there anybody that got coffee spilled on their shirt and they started crying and like, oh, my life is coming to an end? You don't. Why? Because you know it's only a matter of time. I'm going to go home. I'm going to throw this in the washer. And then within a day, my shirt is going to back. It's not a permanent loss. So you carry yourself differently. And Satan can smell fear just like dogs can smell fear. So this is important for us to understand. The enemy will always attack your mind. He wants to attack your mind. If your mind can be afraid of the problem you're facing, you will never have victory over it. Because the enemy has already paralyzed you in that area. And God waits for us to renew our mind. So every time God helped somebody, He always came and He said, do not be afraid. That is why 364 times in the Bible it says, do not be afraid. If you can do the part of being bold, then God will do the rest.
Every time you watch one of our videos, be ready to receive something new and fresh from heaven. And don't forget to subscribe so you'll always have access to our latest content. God bless you and thank you for watching.